Hey there, it's Dan. Thanks for joining me for this week's Market Mondays. Hopefully you've been following along week after week. You know I've been talking about starting to see some signs that the market is slowing. I think this is really becoming apparent. It starts with inventory, properties, watching the properties that are going under contract. That is all slowing down at this point. And it's necessary. The pace that we've been on has been unsustainable, so I'm really not surprised that we're seeing this. Let's start off as we always do with inventory this week. We had 48 new listings come on this week. Last week we reported 64, and this same week last year we had 87, so a 45% decline in new listing inventory comparing this week this year with the same week last year. The year-to-date numbers, 1,596 properties have come on the market so far this year on Hilton Head Island, and through this period of time last year, 1,380. So I'm calling for these numbers to get very, very close, and at some point probably see this year's numbers be less than what we finished last year. That's what I think is going to happen. The sales, 44 closed sales this week, not bad. 54 last week, this same week last year, 42. So a little bit better than last year, but remember, you know, at this point last year, the closed sales had really been affected by the shutdown that we had in March and into April with COVID. That was still translating through to about now. At this point last year, new contracts, pending sales were up dramatically, but the closed sales hadn't really caught up yet with the tremendous activity we saw right after things opened up after the shutdown with the pandemic in March and April. Closed sales so far this year, 1,520 so far in 2021. At this point last year, 851. You're gonna see a dramatic change again with that, because that 851 was probably 2 months of normal market and 2 months of complete shutdown. You're gonna see things pick up on that number as we go forward and close sales. The pendings, these are the numbers that really are showing me that things are slowing down. 43 pending sales this week. Last week we had 63. And here's your big comparison. Where were we this time last year? 132. Significant slowdown in new contracts. The year-to-date numbers, 1,672 so far this year, and through this date last year, 1,085. So again, I think you're gonna see those numbers get very, very close to each other as we continue this year. What does this mean for the average selling price? Average selling price on Hilton Head is now $674,955. And through this date last year, the average selling price was $537,786, a 26% increase in the average selling price. And we wrap it all up with cumulative days on the market. Right now we're at 84 is the amount of time it takes on average from when you put a property on the market till it receives an offer and goes under contract, 84 days. And at this point last year, we were at 143. So dramatic increase or dramatic decrease in the amount of time it takes to sell a property on Hilton Head Island. See y'all next week.